ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತು ಮರೆಯಬೇಡಿ, ಮರೆತು ಮಲಗಬೇಡಿ. ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತು ಮರೆಯಬೇಡಿ, ಮರೆತು ಮಲಗಬೇಡಿ. ಜಾತಿ ವರ್ಗ ಒಂದೇ ನಾಣ್ಯದ ಎರಡು ಮುಖಗಳು, ವಂಚಿತರೇ ಈ ದೇಶದ ವಾರಸುದಾರರು. ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತು ಮರೆಯಬೇಡಿ, ಮರೆತು ಮಲಗಬೇಡಿ. ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಸಂಘಟನೆ ಹೋರಾಟ ಮುತ್ತಿನಂತ ಮೂರೇ ಸೂತ್ರ, ದುಡಿಯುವ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಧೈರ್ಯ ಕೊಡುವಂತ, ಈ ದಲಿತರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ನೀಡುವಂತ. ಇದುವೇ ಓದು, ಇದುವೇ ಬರಹ, ಇದುವೇ ಸ್ವಾಭಿಮಾನವೆಂದ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತು ಮರೆಯಬೇಡಿ, ಮರೆತು ಮಲಗಬೇಡಿ. ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತು ಮರೆಯಬೇಡಿ, ಮರೆತು ಮಲಗಬೇಡಿ.
Members of the coalition, leaders of Adivasi and Dalit networks, organizations, Jai Bhim and welcome. Friends, I'm really honored today that we are all gathered here primarily to push and for demand the legislation on the special component plan for scheduled castes and tribal sub-plan for scheduled tribes. Basically saying that infrastructure should also be accounted as scheduled caste sub-plan activity, and therefore the amount of resources which will be decided by the government may be deducted in the Dalit budget. This we had said cannot be done, and also according to that, accordingly the another one, the general programs, as you know, many of the schemes for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes under the SCP and TSP are being accounted under the general schemes, and mostly the flagship schemes like NRHM, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and several
others. So many gaps. So those gaps need to be addressed with this money. That 75 rupees should be used for everybody, including for SC, ST, as you use it for everybody. So this 25 rupees should be used only for bridging that gap. That was the letter we drafted to the Prime Minister on 1996, December 17. We went to him, then he said, no, I can't hear you like this. I said, sir, call for dinner. 19th December in Hyderabad House for the first time, 110 Dalit MPs, SC, ST MPs gathered in Hyderabad House, and then we read out, these are our demands, these are our requests.
Came to the conclusion that we should have a separate standalone legislation to look after this purpose, and it should be a tool, a mechanism by which this is streamlined and the actual beneficiaries or to whom it has to reach, it should reach. Therefore, we have created that one. That is the bill which is now under consideration by you all. When you look at the bill, page number 15, there is 23. In that, when you discuss, you find out whether the reading of the public grievances redressal mechanism, if you feel that it is not sufficient, then kindly make a recommendation that there should be inbuilt mechanism for public grievance redressal, where the people who are not getting the benefits under this sub-plan of both the categories of this scheduled tribe and scheduled caste, then they should be allowed to have the public redressal mechanism by effective machinery, which should be the inbuilt part of this particular.
That in the budget itself there will be a separate plan, sub-plan, which will be presented every year. The special component plan, the scheme, allocation of fund on tribal and Dalit, so that special component plan goes to the assembly as a budget with clear-cut scheme and allocations. So I think there is a great thing that is happening, and I have a feeling that this will lead to a great
If we are really serious in bridging that gap, the allocation for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes must be much more than their share in the population. Then alone the gap can come down. So our challenge now, while we are confining right now to making sure that the proportionate allocation is faithfully made and faithfully implemented, there is no room for complacency. If our ultimate aim is to bridge the gap between scheduled caste, scheduled tribes on one hand and the rest of the population on the other, what we must insist is allocation more than proportionate to the share in population of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes.
Legislation, but as we know, there are various legislations in place and nothing has happened after that. And hence, the larger responsibility which we also have is to how to ensure that this legislation is implemented, how to ensure that the share of these socially excluded communities is dutifully given to them.
Dalit women have faced and are facing multiple forms of discrimination, multiple forms of exclusion, and also if you look at the data which Thorat sir was quoting in the morning, which is really showing us such a skewed data between the scheduled caste and the other castes or the other advanced castes. But again, in that, we are still sitting here with this situation that we don't have disaggregated data at every level to show about the Dalit women. But we all know that in terms of education, in terms of employment, in terms of health, life expectancy, anything you name it, it is the Dalit women and the Adivasi women perhaps who are at the last end. So I believe that very strongly that this particular legislation has a very strong potential of changing that for us Dalit women. There is a potential for bringing in that agenda for transformation through this policy, and I sincerely want to put this request to the coalition that apart from keeping gender as a principle or a value when we are building this policy, that I think it needs to be strongly reflected in the different reports that have been presented here today. For example, I want to refer
लग रही है कि सेंटर से एक्ट बन जाए और उसके बाद हम लोग स्टेट्स में जाके उसके रूल्स फ्रेम करने में देरी ना हो, तो उसके लिए हम लोग लग जाएं। और जैसे ही हम लोगों ने पहले ताकत लगाई है, अब ये टाइम है 2014 आ रहा है, क्योंकि जब रंज दिया बुतों ने तो खुदा याद आया। अब सब पार्टियों को जो है वो दलित आदिवासी की याद जो है वो सता रही है कि अगर हमसे वो अलग हो गए तो फिर कुछ मिलेगा नहीं। तो हमें भी इसका मौके का फ़ायदा उठाना चाहिए।
At the same time, I would like to say that the present bill which is being introduced by the government, still there are many gaps to be strengthened, especially the mechanism and implementation part. That particular chapter is very, very important because we know there are several acts, including the constitution, but the problem is every time we face only during the implementations of that particular act. So likewise,
scheduled caste as scheduled caste converted to Buddhism or some other religions. Though we are trying in a national coalition for strengthening Prevention of Atrocities Act that converted Muslims and converted Christians should be give protection under this act. But at least where there is already government resolution from 1991 that such provision should be made that scheduled caste converted to Buddhist should be categorized under scheduled caste, so that the allocation, almost Maharashtra government, the backlog is more than 50,000 crores.
Pending in the parliament related to SCs and STs, including domestic workers bill. All these bills which are pending because this internal lobby against these kind of policies, they are advocating these legislations policies won't generate votes for us. In return, we lose the votes from the dominant caste. This is the second.
SCP TSP की जरूरत क्यों पड़ी? इसलिए पड़ी कि जो जनरल अप्रोच है डेवलपमेंट का वो काम नहीं कर रहा है, तो we need to focus on the exclusive approach. That is why we are having this SCP TSP since 70s. तो अभी जो सिचुएशन है कि लेजिस्लेशन के बाद अगर एक्ट पास हो जाता है तो हमें खासी जो है मतलब हेल्प मिलेगा.
Think in terms of mounting more pressure on the government to make this proposal that we prepared for last so many months. People have been working on it, and finally we came out with the proposal, draft proposal, I mean, of the
अर्थव्यवस्था में या आर्थिक पूरी प्रक्रिया है, उसमें हमारी भागीदारी हो, तो वह भागीदारी किस रूप में हो? क्या इस रूप में कि हम आज की इस पूरी व्यवस्था जो कि लूट तंत्र पर आधारित है, जिसको हम अलग नाम देते हैं, उसको जारी रखने के लिए और हम उसका एक भाग बने, या इस व्यवस्था का उपयोग करते हुए हम ऐसी प्रक्रिया को विकसित करें जिससे कि वंचितों को एक अवसर मिले? यह सवाल हमारे सामने है।
Whenever government thinks of the system, the whole political social structure, about anything, any rights about Adivasis and Dalits, they simply don't want to give anything. That reality has to be taken fundamentally by any organization working for the rights of Adivasis and Dalits. And when we go for democratic process, primarily it is a process of negotiation with that, what they call mainstream. And today for Adivasis, the government is using, previously they used to say, to bring them into the mainstream. Now they are saying mainstreaming. This kind of language they are using, it's a technology that they will co-opt the whole people, a sizable set of people, and make them mainstreaming. So we should be very conscious about that fact, and that has to be challenged.
We must make sure that the PTGs has to be a prominent focus, because 75 PTGs are there in entire India, and we must make sure that these their concerns are heard of and a special focus is given. Of course, these kind of provisions were also there in national draft policy, लेकिन वहाँ पे बोला primitive tribal मत बोलो, particularly vulnerable बोलो. अभी उससे वो जो आदमी बेचारा हार्डकोर जिंदगी जी रहा है, उसमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है. लेकिन ये ऐसे कुछ तो भी phrase वगैरह लाके they try to hijack our agenda. We have to be very careful about it.
तो एक ऐसी साजिश है कि आज भी ट्राइबल या दलित बच्चे जो गांव में रहते हैं वो बेहतर एजुकेशन ना पा सकें, और ये एक बड़ी साजिश है. तो मुझे लगता है कि हमारा ध्यान वहाँ पे भी होना चाहिए, क्योंकि आज जिस परिस्थिति से हम लोग गुजर रहे हैं, कहीं ना कहीं पास्ट में यही रहा कि हमारे लोगों को सही एजुकेशन नहीं मिल पाया, जिसकी वजह से आज ये स्थिति कायम है. ट्राइबल सब प्लान का ड्राफ्ट नहीं तैयार हो पाना भी कहीं ना कहीं इस बात को दर्शाता है कि हमारे जो एमपीज़ हैं या फिर जो भी पीपल्स रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हैं, उनकी स्थिति कहीं ना कहीं ऐसी है कि वो जहाँ पे उन्हें वॉइस रेज करना चाहिए वो रेज नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. और इसके पीछे कई कारण होते हैं. हमारा स्टेट झारखंड में स्टेबल गवर्नमेंट तो कभी रहा ही नहीं है जब से झारखंड बना है, और मुझे लगता है कि इतनी बड़ी बड़ी समस्याएं वहाँ पे हैं, बावजूद इसके आज भी जिस तरीके से पूरी ट्राइबल कम्युनिटी को यूनाइट होकर के आना चाहिए, वो एक ऐसी फोर्स काम करती है, ऐसा दबाव बना रहता है कि कभी ट्राइबल कम्युनिटी यूनाइट नहीं हो पाए या ट्राइबल और दलित कम्युनिटी एक साथ होकर के अपने वॉइस को रेज नहीं कर पाए. ऐसी साजिश चलती ही रहती है.
Important that the Dalit groups and all the human rights organizations demand for the legislation, not saying that it is only the tribal groups to fight for it, and it is, I think it's a joint fight, it's a combined fight, and we need to do it together.
Thinking of making this part of the curriculum, education, with as students, as children, we learn about our rights and duties, about the constitutional provisions, about fundamental rights and so on. I think this is our fundamental right.
Now, we have also gone through the process of the framing of these two acts, and we have seen how bureaucracy cleverly played such a nasty game in watering down the original demands, the initial draft, and then finally what we got is actually the husk without the grain. So therefore, in this case also that possibility is looming large. and we should be very careful about that, whether it is SC.
And when we talk about the delimitations in the election process, in the constituency, today we find they call it ST reserve seat, but we find the non-ST is majority than the ST. So where do actually we address our issue?
The plans are made, they never get in proportionate to what they contribute to the national resources. So when we talk about this type of things, it is good that we start also talking about, we demand not in proportion to the population, but
if Adivasis are used as a primitive, all non-primitive people from India should move out. Really, if you talk about primitive, because we are the people that are real, the owners of this whole land. So that way, now the government has changed the word from primitive to the particularly vulnerable tribal group. In the name of particularly vulnerable tribal group, the whole fund has been reserved for construction of guest houses for the office.
Straight away blindly go into this, then I fear that we will be supporting unknowingly such type of blindly faulty development programs which has been harming tribal communities for long.
For a tribal sub-plan act, but we hold at least 2-3 consultations जहाँ पर regional consultations जहाँ पर इन कुछ मुद्दों के ऊपर हम कुछ ठोस strategy बना सकें और mechanisms बना सकें, and I think that may be a very beneficial thing in taking the agenda forward of the community also. So we push for
समझती जो लिखा जाता है उससे कुछ अलग समझ होती है, तो हम भी उसी तरह की एक स्ट्रैटेजिकली इसे एक्सेप्ट करें या ना करें, तो वो क्लियर फॉर्म में आना चाहिए इन वर्डिंग्स में. अदरवाइज व्हाट विल हैपन, द ब्यूरोक्रेसी विल टेक इट एज अ एंडोर्समेंट and they will go in their way. So we should be very careful while writing the language.
I think this is a good opportunity. It's very historical opportunity that the Dalits and Adivasis come together, not only at the Delhi level, but in our own states at the grassroots level also. We need to mobilize, we need to create, build a strong alliance, and I think it will work. I am very hopeful that the coalition will continue to work in this direction. Even if there are divisive politics, we have to come together. So here I will end the session. I strongly thank the drafting committee members and the 2 respondents who have responded very constructively, very positively. We'll take all the suggestions.
Thank you very much. A big round of applause and appreciation for all your support that we've had for over the years, not just for this conference. And we hope that you will continue to support us. Thank you very much.